Hey guys, this is Sebastian. I've been watching a lot of videos on both bullying, cyberbullying, um, people committing suicide about bullying, quitting because of bullying, and I want to actually share my story now. I'm 22 years old, perfectly healthy. Well, I can lose a couple of pounds though. Uh, but back to the seriousness. I'm gonna talk about three things on this video. Uh, Thing number one, my story of what happened to me when I got bullied back a couple of years ago. Number two, consequences of bullying. What can happen if someone gets bullied, if you know someone that gets bullied, what you can do. And three, how to do something about it. I don't mean to point the finger at you, but number three, what you can do about it. Now, my story starts when me and my mom we moved from a town from a small town where everyone knew each other very well, and we were all friends because you know we grew up with being kids from first grade, and we all got to know each other well. And then on the fifth grade, after finishing my fifth grade, my mom decides that we are going to move. So we moved to this other town. I'm not gonna name it, just in case someone from that town actually sees the movie. They will recognize me. So we moved. I started a new school. I was a big kid. I was a big sixth grader. The first days of school was actually quite alright, quite nice because like they treated me with respect. Again, mutual respect. But after a while, rumors started spreading. People started calling me fatso, fatty, the normal stuff, four eyes. Um, and it was a small school. We in our class we were like in sixth grade we were nine people, nine students. So it was like a different circle. Um, I talked different. They bullied me for that, for looking different, for not being Norwegian, for not having the same interests and as them. The bullied me for the music I listened to. They found so many things about me that they bullied me for. Now, um, one of the things that was said actually that my stepdad at the time, before he, before I started calling him my dad, was that according to them, my stepdad has given them porn and porn magazines and pretty stupid rumors like that. Uh, I wasn't never liked here. I wasn't Mr. Popular in that school, and that all continued until the seventh grade. Now, here in Norway, we have like a system on our school system, right? You have, I don't know the school system in the United States or other places in the world, but here we have elementary school that would be one through from first grade to sixth grade, and middle school would be eighth to 10th, and from there you can actually after you finish the 10th grade you can choose your own path if you want to continue to, or you want to like get a job, things like that. When I started eighth grade, then it started to get worse, because we go from a small group of 8 people, students, to a group of 30 students. And I never was the popular kid. Never. I was always the outsider. I was always the one who got left out of things and parties and everything because I wasn't like nobody actually liked me in that school. I had back in those days. I actually just had one friend. That's all I had. One friend. After the first days of school, things were looking good, but then uh, the people from my old school, from sixth and seventh grade, they started. It started creating a chain reaction, and all of a sudden, I was the bully object of that school. It wasn't only. It wasn't only like psychological bullying. It was also physical. It started to get pretty nasty. People started beating me up. It was maybe 4 or 5 against me. I tried to stand up for myself. It was pretty difficult. The teachers, well, they weren't the best teachers in the world. They didn't know this, as they would call it. I got everything from they unscrewed my chair on my desk. I fell. They poured milk on me, called me fatty, fatso, 4 eyes. Typical type of bullying that we see till this day. Back in those days, there weren't much cyberbullying as it has been now. During ninth grade, something started happening, and this is kind of like the second subject I'm gonna go into because now it gets more. Well, could have been pretty life threatening for me. Um, at ninth grade, I started cutting myself. Many people will say, why, or many people will ask to other people, why do you cut yourself, right? And many people, as for me, I can't speak for other people, but as for me, it was a sort of get away. It was get away from the psychological pain I had from all the thoughts. I started cutting myself, and eventually it would turn out to be a habit. I still have some scars from my younger days. I'm not proud of it. It gets hard sometimes. I promise you, it gets really, really hard trying to deal with things like that. And during ninth grade, well, it was the same old. I mean, everything from getting throat, getting milk all over myself because they grabbed me and just poured milk down my hair. I don't actually know why they did that. Throwing soda bottles on me. It was pretty harsh. And well, it was pretty much the same thing over and over and over. But in 10th grade, it's starting to get a bit more serious in the psychological part. And I'm gonna get to this point after what, like, consequences it can actually give. I started. It just was the same until one day one guy decides to spit on my face after 3 other students beat me up. I have been thinking a lot. And back then I used to take antidepressants, sleeping pills because I couldn't sleep. I literally had nightmares each and every day, every night, because the things that happened in school, the bullying stayed in my brain, like stayed in my subconscious, and that caused the nightmares. 3 times, no, 4 times. Sorry, 4 times I got sent to the hospital. 2 of those times were because of bleeding. I nearly bleed myself to death. I bled to death. I mean, and the 2 other times I tried mixing my sleeping pills with alcohol. A lot of pills. After I was finished, um, after the fourth time, I get I just sometimes I can sometimes it's it is pretty hard talking about this. Excuse if I stutter a lot on this video, but I think that but that I don't. Oh, sorry guys. I see. I don't think about those days that much because it just doesn't interest me a lot more anymore. But that has been my story of what happened during me getting bullied. Now, as I said, I was going to go through 3 points. One, my bullying story. The second one is the consequences of bullying. What can happen? I told you. Things that can happen is you can start cutting yourself. People who gets bullied can start cutting themselves. They can get angry. They can try to commit suicide. Those are 3 things that happened to me getting bullied. I forgot to tell you that I did get more aggressive, but I didn't take the aggressiveness in school to those who deserved it. I took it over my mom, and till this day I actually regret what I did back then. I didn't hit her, but I did yell a lot at her. I did hit my stepdad a couple of times, and all was just anger. Back in those days I actually hated people. Now, those are 3 factors that you have to think of. Now, now I want to go over the third point. What to do if someone gets bullied. It's easy. Alright, if you see, for example, a big guy, right, getting bullied, go over there, try to stop the bullying, help him. Because we need to help each other. Because you never know if that person, the bullies are bullying, have problems at home, have problems with his health, his cutting himself, or wants to commit suicide. In worst case scenario, he can commit suicide. That's like the worst thing that can happen. Well, this is actually the finish of my video. No, it's not. Sorry. Some of the tips and tricks I can give to you, to the people. First, I want to take the people who gets bullied. Then I want to talk a little message to the bulliers, and then to people. For you who get bullied, first off, I want to say cutting or committing suicide is never a good solution. I promise you guys that. It will never be a good solution. Alright? I regret it to this day. Second, talk to someone about it. Talk to your mom. Talk to your principal. I don't know how your school system works. If the principal or the teachers won't listen, try to fight for your right. I mean, It might sound kind of Beastie Boys, but fight for your own right, because you're fighting for yourself. And if you have, for the people being bullied, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to send me a message here on YouTube, because I will be able to help you. I have my methods. For the bullies, guys, come on, stop bullying. I hope that somehow actually opened your eyes how you got what can happen if you guys continue bullying someone else for being different. All right, I really hope I actually got through to you guys. And for everyone else on YouTube who's watching this video right now, I want to say to you, do something about it. Be a part of the solution. And maybe one day we will get a world that is bully free, and the percentage of suicide go down. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you for taking time to listening to this YouTube video. I said, if you need tips, if you need help, just send me a message on YouTube and I will respond, alright? Okay, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye.